Welcome. How is everybody doing? I haven't done a live in a little while, and I wanted to come in here today to share some insights with you. So, if you are an entrepreneur or coach and you're trying to grow your business and your marketing budget feels like it is on fire, then stick with me because I am going to talk about 3 things that I learned today. I just watched an entrepreneur completely implode their business, not because the product was bad. In fact, the product was great. Not because of their lack of hustle, because they worked their tail off, but because of 3 fatal things that really affected their cash and left them stuck. So hi, I am Lisa Balthaser, and I help entrepreneurs and service providers build lean, effective marketing strategies through one-on-one coaching without burning out or breaking the bank. Okay, so in the next few minutes, I'll walk you through some things that I learned today. And I am so darn sad to see this happen to this person. And I'm going to help you to avoid them. Okay. So lesson number 1, lesson number 1. And this is one of the things that I was actually helping them with their business. And I was pointing some things out, and I saw this immediately. So this lesson is very, very important. Well, actually, all of them are, because I hate to see an entrepreneur throw in the towel and burn their business to the ground for any reason, because you guys are the heart of America. You guys are the heart of what you do. You have passion, you have drive, and that's what you're doing, what you do. But lesson number 1, chasing growth without profit. Chasing growth without profit. Guys, so what I saw in this business is there was a good cash flow, but at the end of the day, there was little to no profit. In fact, some months were negative by thousands. Okay. And I want to share that with you because even when things look like they're going well, so this business was a $500,000 business so far this year. They earned $500,000 so far this year. Okay. But the profit was not there. Okay. So even though there's cash coming in the door, you can pay the bills, the profit isn't there. So here's the thing. Entrepreneurs, the entrepreneur I mentioned was pouring out thousands into ads, influencers, hoping for more eyeballs, solve everything, but no one was watching, and the numbers matter. Customer acquisition cost and lifetime customer value wasn't there. So here's the truth. Growth means nothing if it isn't profitable. Okay. Growth means nothing if it isn't profitable. So this entrepreneur was spending probably between $15,000 to $25,000 in marketing budget every single month. And there were leads coming in. And those leads were converting at about a 40% rate, which is good, but the profit wasn't there. So I was helping them go through some of the overhead costs and things like that. And you can only cut but so much overhead because, a lot of the overhead is fixed, a fixed cost. There's only a few areas that are not fixed. Marketing is one of them. Employees are one of them. There's things that can, they're fixed when they're in place. but they can change. So if you're spending, say $300 to acquire a customer, and the customer only pays you $100 once, you are bleeding, okay? And that's what I was seeing almost from the very beginning when I was working with this person, okay? So instead, start with lean marketing, start with organic content. And you guys know from following me that I am really big on organic marketing. I am really big. It's very important to me. I love being able to teach entrepreneurs organic principles. Okay. Start with lean marketing, organic content, referrals, and community, talking to actual people. Okay. Which is what I teach, what I help people with, what I help people do better. Okay. The second point, test your offer before scaling an ad spend. Okay. So here's the thing. The entrepreneur that I am speaking on had a fantastic product, and there is a need and there is a demand, but there's always competition also. So you can only do but so much. But they were actually in the middle of positioning themselves as the go-to in their area for what they do. Okay. And unfortunately, didn't quite get there yet. Okay. Well on their way. Okay. So before scaling, you really need to make sure what you're doing is working already. Okay. So I always tell my clients, do not put money into a strategy unless it's already working. So a lot of people, they'll have a freebie or they'll have something that they put out, okay? But they're not getting the leads, okay? If you're not getting the leads without putting money towards it is not going to create leads, okay? It has to be working first before you put money to it, okay? Then you put money to it. Now, the scale is going to be different because if you are doing it organically, you may not see a lot, but when something isn't working, putting money towards it isn't going to make it work. Okay, so I want that to be really clear. The third point that I have here is focus on improving your long-term value with upsells, retention, and recurring revenue. So one of the things that I help people with is to create a recurring revenue model for their business. And one of the reasons why I stepped into that arena is because what I saw were a lot of entrepreneurs offering one-offs, and they were losing customers. They were having a client for a minute and they were losing them. So what I help my clients to do is to create that recurring revenue model, have the income coming in the door every single month, and be able to upsell them. There needs to be an ascension program. There needs to be a way to keep the clients that love you. Okay. So my tip here is if your offer isn't converting organically, paid ads will not make you successful. They'll just help you go broke faster. Okay. So that's lesson number one. Okay. Paying for marketing if it's not already working. So lesson number two, is you don't have a clear customer acquisition system. No clear customer acquisition system. Okay. Paid traffic is good if it's part of the bigger strategy. Okay. You have to keep the customer acquisition costs down. Okay. Because the higher you spend to acquire one customer, the more money you need to make on them and the less money you probably have to use in other places. So when you are considering what you're doing, you have to consider the customer acquisition costs. Okay. How much does it cost you to get a customer? Okay. So the person, the entrepreneur that I am speaking of was running Facebook ads, and They were spending probably about $5,000 on Facebook ads in a month. And they were getting maybe a few leads. Now, there could have been a few things going on there. It could have been the targeting wasn't spot on. It could have been the ads were just bad. They didn't attract the right clients. It could have been a lot of factors. Okay. But here's the thing. If you're going to have an ad spend of a significant amount for your marketing budget, make sure what you're putting out to the world works before you're putting thousands and thousands of dollars towards it. Okay. So here's how to fix that. Build trust-based systems, build lead magnets, have an email list that you nurture, okay? And a warm audience, okay? All of those things help you build trust. They help you gain people that really want to work with you because you're you, okay? The second thing that I have here is use testimonials, okay? And social proof. Now, anybody that's worked with me, you guys know that I tell you should always be posting testimonials. I don't care if you have them on your website. I don't care if you have them on Facebook, on Google, wherever you happen to have them. If you don't put them in front of people, people won't see them. Okay. If they check you out, if they Google you, they might find them. But if they find you on social media and they don't Google you and they don't look for that, they won't find them. But if you're posting them onto social media, they're also there for people to find, okay? So do that. The third thing is turn your customers into advocates through referral programs or incentives. I know for my Accelerate Your Business Growth program, I had a referral program, okay? I had a referral program for that. And it's one of the best things that I did, because when you have a referral program and people work with you and people get results, they will want to tell other people about you. And if it's incentivized, okay, that sweetens the deal and makes them want to talk about it more. Most importantly, what I want to say here is to build a value ladder so that you're not spending the same money to sell a $99 offer as you would to sell a $999 transformation. Okay. So what that means is that your products or services that are, say, less than $500, you don't want to spend as much money on them as the ones that are more than $5,000 or $500. You want to spend more on the customers that will pay you more and hopefully reap more profit. So the tip here is that your customer journey should reduce the customer acquisition cost with every step, not increase it. Okay? Not increase it. So you should be reducing the customer acquisition cost at any step of the way. And that's actually what I was helping with this person with, when they basically, the anxiety caught up to them and they just imploded their business. So it just makes me so sad, because it was such a fantastic business. So the third lesson that I have for you guys, and this is something that I speak about from time to time, is your marketing without a message, okay? Your message needs to be clear. It needs to be crystal clear so that people know who you are and how you help them and the results that they can expect, okay? So throwing money into platforms without truly knowing who you're talking to, what's the pain point that's solved, and why people should care. Okay. Now, I will tell you, some of the ads that were done were not the best, but they were good, okay? But here's the thing. Good is not necessarily going to attract the ideal client, okay? So here's what you can do instead. Here's what you should be doing. Get crystal clear on your ideal client, their problems, the language they speak, all the things, which is actually one of the first things that I help my clients with. Even if you've done it before, even if you've looked at your ideal client avatar, even if you've done it up, down, and sideways, I guarantee you when we go through it, there is more insight that you will get. Okay, because the more insight that you have, your ideal client, the better you will be at talking to them. Okay. The second thing that I have here is to build messaging that speaks directly to their pain points and desires. Okay. Now, I just want to point something out here. It speaks to the pain points and desires. Okay. So instead of saying, we're going to solve that problem for you, you want to position it in a way that you're saying something along the lines of, instead of grinding your hustle 24/7, wouldn't it feel great to take vacation and enjoy time with your family without having to worry about your business? Okay, that's a positioning that paints a picture of what they really desire, but brings in what they're doing now, okay, and positions you to help them. Okay, so you guys, that is exactly what I help my clients with, okay? Stop doing the grind 24/7. Start living your life. Start having systems and processes in place, okay? And what you really want to do, and the third point here, is to test your message. Test it through social media, test it through emails, test it through DMs. And before you scale it with ads, you want to know that it works right now. Okay. So the tip that I have here under this third lesson, marketing without a message, is that your message should work before your money does. Meaning, you do not want to put money to it until it is working organically. Okay. So it's really, really important for you to understand this and to live this out. So listen, if this hit home with you, you are not alone. Okay. Marketing today is super expensive. It's confusing. It's ever changing, but it doesn't have to drain your wallet. Okay. If you want to simplify your marketing and reduce your customer acquisition costs, build a strategy that supports long-term sustainable growth, I'd love to help you. Okay. My one-on-one coaching is for entrepreneurs who want to clarify their offer and messaging, build lean, high-converting marketing systems, and grow smart with numbers that actually make sense. Okay? DM me coaching, and I will send you a link to get on a call with me to see if you are a good candidate for my coaching program. Okay, I have several spots that are open right now, but they're not going to be here long. Okay, and I really am in a position to help support you to grow your business with a lean system, automation, and processes that make sense for your life. Okay, and for your budget. So DM me the word coaching or put it in the comments below, and I will reach out to you and send you my link to schedule a call. I can't wait to help you. I am super excited about my coaching program and the lessons that I learned from this one particular entrepreneur really hit home with me today. And I want to bring those lessons forward to help you build a better lean, mean marketing machine with your business. So DM me coaching today or put the word coaching in the comments and I will go ahead and send you the link to get on a call with me. Let's do this. This year, I know a lot of you are struggling. You don't have to. Okay? You do not have to struggle. We will do this. I will help you to put this together to create a system that works for your budget, for your lifestyle. Okay? And I can't wait to help you get there. So I can't wait to talk to you. Thank you guys for listening. DM me coaching or coaching in the comments, and I will hop on a call with you. Can't wait. You guys have a great day.